Here we go. I'm just going to make sure it's muted, you guys. Last thing, can I check that iPad? Okay, perfect. Awesome, awesome, awesome. It's a beautiful day. It's a rainy day. It's a rainy Saturday here in Austin, but it is nonetheless a beautiful day. Okay, doke. All right, my friends, the first thing I want to talk about today on this Legacy Makers onboarding and compensation plan call is I want you to ask yourself, what is my goal? What is my goal in three? What is my physical goal? What is my financial goal? How do I want to present three to other people? How do I want to be an example of three to other people? And the reason I'm asking that question as a part of onboarding is there's a reason why each one of you said yes to three, right? You got excited about the quality of the products, wanted to put them in your body, see how you feel. And several of you were like, oh my goodness, there's a way to make money too. Okay, I'm all about that, right? You wanted to earn a secondary source of income or maybe a full-time income in three. And so before we dive into all the aspects of our team website, I wanted to first start with that. Make sure that you guys have that solid. Maybe jot down three things that you want three to do for you in your life. I know it's a little different, right? Not everybody asks, what do you see three doing for you in your life? But that's exactly what I'm asking you. What do you see three doing for you in your life? Because when you can answer that question, then you can share that with other people. And the most important part of anything that we do on a daily basis is we share the three story, but more importantly, we share our story in three. We share why we said yes. We share what got us excited. We share what our goals are. And so that's how we develop a really great story.
One night, Wednesday night, she has the accident.
So the most important thing you can do today is ask yourself these three questions. Where was I before three? Why did I say yes to three? And where do I see myself going in the world of three? Okay, so I'm going to give you a few minutes to jot that down while I pull up the team website and we start a little bit of onboarding. And if you like, I would love for you to share that. You can share once you have that put together in the chat, you can share that. I know for me, I said yes to three because I saw this group of leaders coming together for the first time in this industry, that we were going to create a company that was all about loving yourself, loving your community, loving and having a platform to be able to do it. And I didn't want to miss out on the quality of products that Dr. Dan was putting together. I didn't want anyone to miss out on the ability to earn this incredible type of income that we have here, residual income in three, and how that was going to come about. And so we were doing it globally on a global scale. And to me, that was why I said yes. I didn't want to miss out. I guess I had FOMO, but I really did not want to miss out on all the things that three could do for me and do for everyone that I knew. So, alrighty, let's go to our team website, the letter R, legacymakers.com. Now, I really wanted it to be OUR, but that was already taken. That was already taken in the domain space. So just know that I tried, but it's the letter R, legacy makers with an S.com. And when we come here, you land directly on this page. You land directly on the welcome page. So if you're a brand new person and you're just getting started, this was really built for you to be able to get through the beginning steps of building an incredible income here at three and knowing exactly what to do. So and it stems from this. It stems from in my first company years and years and years ago. I did not have this. I did not have somebody that showed me the ropes and the ways. In fact, the person that brought me on board ended up abandoning me and leaving me 6 months later. I didn't know who to call. I didn't know what an upline was. I didn't know what a comp plan was. I barely knew enough about the products. And I was really sad because I had made this investment. I wanted to know more. I knew that there was a possibility of potential. There was a reason I said yes to that first company, but nobody. I had to go up, 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 up and find somebody to show me the ropes. So I put this together because I thought at a minimum, if we all follow this team standard, okay, of sending people, our brand new people here, that we would also CYA, cover our booties at the same time. If they were on an island and couldn't get a hold of you or your states or countries away, that they would be able to know how to build a successful business or set themselves up for success. So that's why this was created, friends. Okay, so we get in here, it says welcome, right? And what are we doing? Legacy Makers team. We're all here to create a legacy for ourselves, for our families, for the people that we know, like, and trust. and we want to get started right. So we want to orient ourselves pretty quickly. The quicker we get through this, the better, right? And a lot of you guys are already through this, and that's okay. So for the brand new person on here today, this is here. And for the person who's been on here a million times, I'm reminding you this is here, and this is how you send, this is what you do. I actually embed this link with the welcome letter into my app, my 3 app. You know, we have that incredible new 3 app. And if you have Pulse, you can add your own media links. So I've added this in there. And when somebody gets started, I send them the welcome letter from my 3 app, and I can see when they've clicked on it. I can see when they've gone through the welcome letter. I can see when they've gone through these beginning steps here, or at least attempted to. So that's my cue to reach out and be like, hey, Becky, thank you so much for clicking on the link. Do you have any questions for me after having gone through the getting started page? And that's a great conversation to have as somebody who's brand new, right? So I'm teaching you some tips, TIP, to ensure promptness, okay? Because our ability to earn income is also related to how quickly we can duplicate, ourselves. So that's another reason we're going to use this page. All right, friends. The first part is the welcome letter, getting started. This is the one I embed and put in there, and I can see, but it comes from the Our Legacy. See, I copied the link, the address up here, and I embed that as a link into my 3 app, and that's how I send this welcome letter. I also do email it to them. I know I'm a little bit overkill, but I do both. I want them to have it on their phone quickly for quick access while they're sitting on the couch reading something. They could be reading the welcome letter. At the same time, I email it to them as well. And this talks about the next steps in this whole piece here, which is download your 3 app, get into the Shout community. If you're not there yet, please do so. Back office login teaches them a little bit about SmartShip and how to get that, how important SmartShip is to have it set up, and lets them know that they're positioned well, right? They're positioned to win, and all they need to do is plug in, and there's some additional links down here as well, okay? All right. So that is the welcome letter, pretty quickly. Okay, the next pieces are actually what's in the welcome letter, getting SmartShip set up, downloading the 3 app, joining the Shout community. There's actually a video tutorial in here. It used to be, I think, difficult for people to join Shout. Shout is a free app on our phone that we keep a lot of these hyperlinks in. So we use it a lot for team communication and for quick links back to this website. A lot of it, but it's just quickly done. So it's a great resource for you to join the community there. And we put a lot of announcements out in here every single day. What's coming next? What's on the team calendar? Hey, if we've got convention coming up, what's going on? We'll have a special group for that too. This teaches you how to manage your back office. This talks about how to get set up to get paid. This talks about product education. Now, a lot of you guys are like, gosh, what do I send somebody about the products? What do I send? What's the first thing I send? Now, this page is a for you page, right? This is, and you can also send it out, copy the link above and send it to any professionals that might be curious about learning more about 3. You can also embed this into your app too. If you're like, gosh, I just want to give them an overview. I want to like blast them with information and let them decide what they're excited about. I also have this link embedded into my app, on my 3 app, okay? Because if they come in here, they get the Explore with Dr. Dan, they get the PDR information, they get all the studies and hyperlinks back to them to read them. They get science talks with Dr. Dan and Dr. Alicia Clevenger and myself, right? They get Wellness Wednesdays. They get an invitation to Wellness Wednesday. They get the 3 Medicinal Plant Research Institute. They get every single product. Here's Dr. Dan, every single product video, collagen fact sheet, the clinical dossier from the PDR. Yeah, it goes through each product. And at the end here, my friends, it goes through the product usage guide, manufacturing certifications, clinical dossiers, family of products, product price sheet, epigenetics clinical study. The studies are there. This is probably my favorite one. How many of you guys like, I don't know how to help somebody who has gut health? Well, if you click on the health needs chart, it'll tell you which products are for gut health. What about hormonal support? It'll show you which products are good for hormonal support. What about hair, skin, and nails? Or sleep, right? Or women's health, right? All that good stuff. Brain health. What about brain health? It's there. So I send this a lot when I do onboarding with doctors and medical professionals. I send a lot of this, and I say go all the way down to the health needs chart, print that out, keep it in your office. But it's for you guys too to know how to be able to guide people appropriately with the products. Now we're going for the business, so oftentimes this is a secondary piece for me. I'm coming in, I'm bringing them on the business, and then I'm showing them where this is, should they have questions about that. This can also be embedded into your app, right? So, um, I get a lot of product questions, and I know a lot of you guys get product questions. This is where you want to send them. Okay. Otherwise, you're going to be one-offing pieces of the app, right? If you need something very specific, then yes, use the app as a tool. I always say, don't be a fool, use a tool. We have multiple tools and resources, and that's what I'm sharing with you now. Okay. We also have, if we come back to the getting started page, the team calendar is down here. And you can click on either one of these. It takes you straight to those Zoom links. If you come in, you can see here today, we are doing onboarding. There's an event happening in San Francisco. Next week, we have Monday morning huddle, Monday through Friday. And then we have a Thursday night opportunity Zoom along with the Spark Global events. Okay, so you guys can click on those and be able to see those there too. So you'll always know when the next event is. How do we invite people to the next event, whatever is the next available event? Okay, business training. This is the island part 2, okay? This is where it talks about our 5-point recruiting system. This is so tried and true. People have earned millions of dollars following a system just like this. Not much has changed over the years in this industry. If you plug in and you follow this business and you do the steps, do the work. Nobody can make you do it here, right? I'm not your boss. I'm your business partner. And I can't hold your hand either. You have to decide to go through and figure out how you're going to launch your business campaign. Using the 5-point recruiting system is going to be the best and fastest way to get you there. So if you come through, we talked about our goals. We talked about our story already. I did that at the very beginning of this call. Why did you say yes to this opportunity? What's your goal? Let's talk about the system overview, right? How to become qualified. Are you all qualified brand ambassador on here? We're going to go through the comp plan in a minute. Okay. And so you'll come down here and you'll see here, these are hyperlinks. This teaches you how to get started because you're out there, you just got started, but now you have to help other people see the value of what we're doing here at 3. And everybody wants to be a part of the action. Everyone wants to be a part of the fastest growing team in 3. That's what you guys are. You're the fastest growing team in 3. Okay. So if you come on board, you create your names list. You have to have a list of people to talk to, just like you would have in traditional business. It's important to be working off of a contact list or a list of names. You can start in your cell phone, right? You can start anywhere. You can start online. We've done a lot of social media training, how to find leads on social media, how to connect and present to the people that you know, like, and trust, and who they know, like, and trust. And you share your story, which this share your story piece, I share this document a lot, especially with that brand new person that's coming on board. I want to help them craft their $1 million story. Let's say they've been on the product for 2 weeks. They feel like $1 million bucks. They're sleeping better at night. They have more natural energy, and they can see themselves building a big business in 3. Well, it's my job to come in and help them craft and market that story and take it out to their people that they know and share that. So the share your story document, very powerful. It comes in. Now, I'm going to give you an example, right? Before I found 3, I was feeling stuck in my 9-to-5 job, constantly worrying about money. I struggled with low energy and couldn't keep up with my kids. And, sorry, hold on, let me see. Tips: be real. Your audience needs to see that you're just like them. Avoid oversharing. Okay, so let me see, we get down here. Let me give you an example. Okay, so it says, before I found 3, I was working long hours, feeling exhausted and barely making ends meet. When I started using the products, my energy levels transformed, and I discovered a business that could replace my income within a year. Now I'm building a life where I can work from anywhere and help others achieve their dreams too. Could you see yourself doing something like this? Right? You guys, you got to have that. It's your pitch. It's your 30-second pitch, right? It's your 30-second story. And you're teaching people how to share, because that's the first part of any great thing. I just did an onboarding call yesterday with a brand new fella, and I said, I need you to get this right because I'm going to have you introduce me to your friends, and I need you to share this first. Okay. And then we'll dive into the presentation. So very important that you have that pitch down. And it's funny because people get started in 3 and really any type of business like this, and they forget who they were before. It's like, what do I do? Somebody goes, what do you do when you want to talk about 3 and it's so difficult, you're not sure what to say? And so I always say the best thing you can do is you can say who you were before and why you got excited about 3. So for example, well, my background is in sales and marketing, and been a personal trainer for over 6 or 18 years now. And but that's not what I'm really excited about. What I'm excited about is this new proactive wellness company that I just launched, and I'm building out global distribution centers online. Well, what is that? Oh yeah, now's not the place for it, but I can send you some links. What's your phone number, or can I friend you on social media, or how can I get connected with you? Get connected and then move on. So I'm teaching you just a little snippet here of how powerful it is to have a 30-second story to be able to not only capture attention, grab attention, and be able to get them on a Zoom call, get them onto the next piece of information. So you're really truly building your business, and you're always recruiting. Rita, RITE. RITA, Rita, recruiting is the answer. Okay. So I want you guys to dive into this. That's just one piece. A lot of this is scripts and tools and quick talking points about the company, presenting, how to do a presentation, how to book a one-on-one Zoom. Links to online presentations, follow-up guide. Oh my goodness, 90% of the fortune is in the follow-up. You guys have a lot of people you may have already talked to, and you're like, gosh, I'm not making enough money yet in 3. Well, how many times have we followed up with the people on your list? It takes 5 to 7, sometimes if they're cold market, up to 12 times of reaching out before they see the value of what we're doing. So make sure you're consistently following up, right? Coffee is for closers, ABC, always be closing. And you're going to book follow-up Zooms, use the closing scripts to help guide you. These are questions to help guide you, overcoming objections. And then here it comes full circle, my friends. Step 5, what do? We enroll them. We send them a welcome letter. We bring up welcome letter. We bring them onto onboarding. We get them plugged in to the team calendar. We get them plugged in to Shout. So that is honestly, you guys, I went through all of onboarding in less than 20 minutes. Okay, and we're going to dive into compensation plan, but it's so important that you go back, you visit, you revisit, and you duplicate this forward. You visit, you revisit, you duplicate it forward. If you ever feel lost in the sauce, not sure what to do, get back to the 5-point recruiting system. Okie dokie, friends. All right, I'm going to take you to a document here under business resources as well that's going to help guide us through today's compensation plan. So I'm going to come up here to business resources. Business training is what we just went through. Business resources are additional guides to be able to help you win in 3. And in our team, these are just tools, tips and tools we've put together. Let me grab a drink here real quick. Tips and tools that we've put together to help you guide your success, like this one right here, helps track you forward to a 3-star or greater income. So it's taking you to 3-star. It's a roadmap for success in 3. If you've never printed out, I highly recommend it. This team order form, I highly recommend you print out 5 to 10 a week with the intent to enroll people. It's teaching you how to enroll people quickly. I like to take a pencil each week, and I write names in pencil that are on my list that I know are hot. They're hot leads, and I follow up, and guess what? I enroll them because I have the intent to enroll them. I've got the enrollment form ready and out, ready to take their order. Presentation slides, scripts for success, product training, the financial rewards. Okay, if we come in here, this is the rewards plan. And if you dive into here, oh, where'd it go? We have a comp plan video. Oh no, where is my guide? Okay, well, I'm going to get this up there today. Actually, let me read that financial rewards plan. Okay, so we are going to dive into the 1-page, is what I call it, the 1-page compensation plan. Okay, and you're going to see my messy Canva real quickly. Okay, and then I'm going to dive right into here. All right, we're going to take this down by pieces. Let me make sure you guys can see it from the iPad. We get rid of this guy, bring it closer. All right, we're going to take this down by pieces. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's start. Sorry, I'm just making sure that you guys can see that well. Let's dive into the first aspects of our compensation plan. How many of you guys have customers in your business? Or you'd like more customers in your business? What does that mean for you, right? Okay, so I love this 1 page because it goes through all the ways that we earn in our words, in our verbiage. Okay, it makes a lot more sense. So it's just this complete overview of how you can win in the 3 compensation plans. So if we look in here, the first thing that 3 offers is a retail program. Now, this is key. This is important because there are some people who are going to come on board. Let's say they're they're a health professional or something like that. They don't necessarily see themselves building a large team yet, but they see themselves going out and sharing the products and earning commissions. Yes? So We offer 25% commissions with next day pay. So very similar to a style of affiliate marketing. They come on board, they pay their $30 member fee as a brand ambassador. They get their QR codes, their links. They start sharing those. Maybe they create some custom tools to share in their office or with their friends. And maybe they create a business card with the QR code on it, where people can just quick access, look at the products that we offer, click on them. If they decide to order retail, guess what? You get paid 25% commissions and you get paid the next day. So somebody really could come in. It is ideal for customers and direct sellers, people who just want quick retail sales and they want to gain quick customers and they want to get as many people on their products as quickly as possible. And they're not necessarily focused on the big team aspect yet. The next piece is what we call PIBs, product introductory bonuses. We have these packages here. We've got the Pro Collection Pack, the Business Builder Pack, the Premium Pack, and the Intro Pack. These are the packages that I promote the most because I like when people have a great story, like I was sharing with you earlier. So how can I get them a great story? I want to make sure they have more than 3 products in their body when they get started. I want to make sure they actually have all the products in their body would be the better story, right? Because all the products work better synergistically together. So my goal is to be able to get them feeling good, create a raving fan, right? And then drive them towards the business and help them be able to earn income there. So I do that better when they come on with a pack of products. And guess what? 3 is rewarding you to do that. So when they come on with an intro pack, you earn $25 in a bonus. When they come on with a premium pack, you earn $100. When they come on with the business builder pack, they earn $245. And when they come on with a pro pack, you earn $350. Okay, so I had a gal, let me share a quick story. She was in luxury real estate, never done this for her entire life. And she wanted to know how to make quick cash because she was in a tight spot. She wasn't feeling very good. She was highly stressed out. She just lost her father and she was worried about money. And she said, if I start a business like this, how can I get paid quickly? And I said, I think the most important thing is being able to share this with other people right away. Do you know anybody who feels like you? And she's like, yes, of course. So I said, okay, get those people on a Zoom call with me. I'm going to do the presentation. You share why you're excited and let's help them get appropriate packs. So they came on board. She had 15 people jump on. 7 said yes with the Pro collection. What's 7 times 350? Anybody know? She got PIBs, right? Just the PIBs, $2,450. So she made $2,450 that night in product introductory bonuses. Guys, that's huge. That's a big deal. If she'd made 500, she would have been thrilled. But that night she made 2,450. She goes, "Oh, I got it. I got it. I share why I'm excited. I get people on a Zoom. We present together until I'm strong enough to present on my own. I help people start with the onboarding packs and everybody makes money. And I go and I help them do the same. Yes, you do the same." Now she's a 3-star elite earning a 6-figure income. Okay. Team commissions. How do you build a team? Well, we bring them on with the appropriate pack like we just talked about. But in our commission structure, we are what's called a binary. Binary meaning 2 legs. You have a left team and a right team. But in reality, my friends, you have a left bank and a right bank. These are banks. They're banking volume that's coming in from the people that are coming into 3 that either you bring on board or they bring on board. That's how you build a big team. So in our team commission structure, we earn up to 5% commissions that are calculated on your entire team, which is up to $27,000 per week. So that's $27,000 per week is the max you can earn. We just had somebody max out who just did that. She was actually with bonuses. She was at 35,000 that week. And so it's happening. People are doing it, right? Why not you? It's available. It's there for you, right? And so that's something I get excited about too, because 27,000 per week is about 1.4 million a year. I like those chances. I like those odds. I like that. Not a huge income cap here. I look at what I was doing when I was in traditional business. I wasn't able to earn more than 80,000. I mean, maybe up to 100 with bonuses, but it wasn't even available to me in my traditional business job, right? So there's no real big cap here because that's pretty big income. I would say some people would be happy with that. So how does that work? Well, in order to show how that works, we have to talk about what's a cycle. Now, in team commissions, this is where you cycle. You become a professional cycler, okay? And this only happens in this aspect of our comp plan. When you're enrolling customers and brand ambassadors, the computer puts them left or right, or you place them left or right. There's only two places they can go, left or they can go right. Okay. And you're building left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. And as everyone's ordering products every single month on SmartShip, because SmartShip is the glue that holds your business together. That's how you build a residual income, is by making sure people see the value in SmartShip. It's like Amazon Subscribe and Save. Okay. They save 10% every month that they order. And there's also loyalty rewards with that as well, which we can show you in a second. But the point is to have a team of people that are on SmartShip. Now, the minimum SmartShip is 6060 CV. That's the minimum to be commissionable. But when you're a 4-star or higher in the comp plan, you need to be at 120. So I have to tell you, I know a lot of people who order 60 CV, and I know a lot of people who order more than 60 CV because they like the products and they're making an investment in their health every single month by ingesting really great quality products, and they're feeling better, they're happier, they're healthier. So cycles happen anytime you have a combined 300 points in one leg, 600 points in another leg, for a total of 900 CV. So a cycle is 900 points. That's it. A cycle is 900 customer volume. CV stands for customer volume. The computer is not biased. It will find it wherever it is and pay you. Okay. So whenever it finds 900 CV, it's going to pay you in a cycle. Now, if you do not have more than 10 people on your team, you're going to get a $35 payout per cycle. That's the 5%. If you have more than 10 people in your team, you're going to get a $45 payout. So there is this thing called Happy 10. The reason we even have Happy 10 is because A, they give you $100 every time you complete Happy 10, but B, what they're really doing is they're teaching you how to build a solid team. When you have 10 and you could have, 4 on one side, 7 on the other, or whatever, 5 and 5, however you want to build it out is up to you. But when you have Happy 10, they're paying you more money because they see you're placing a bigger value on building a great team. Okay, so that is cycles and team commissions. Okay, and like I said before, we do have these loyalty rewards. Brand ambassadors, that's you, who order 6 months of 60 CV on SmartShip, you earn a $100 reward. That's awesome, right? Customers earn $33 every time they spend $300, and customer referrals earn $10 reward certificate for every customer referred. Okay, now if we come down to the team commission match, this is probably one of my favorite aspects, okay, of the compensation plan, because when I understood this, truly, I couldn't sleep at night, because I have been in the habit and always been in the habit of building large organizations because I really love people and I like money. There's a difference. I like them to do both. I love people and I like money, and I want them to earn income, because when I talk about helping people be happier and healthier, there's this one thing that I think makes people a little bit happier. It's feeling good and it's having additional income at the end of the month, right? If you had an extra $100 a week or $500 a week or $1,000 a week, would that make you happier? Yes, exactly. So we're teaching you this comp plan for that reason as well. So what happens here, and why I got so excited, and let me see if I can share my screen over here, is that in this way that we earn, in the team, in the oh my gosh, in the cycles, okay, in the team commission aspect, okay, that's like you being a real estate agent or an insurance agent. You've got this product, you share it with somebody else, they come into the team, you get paid, right? And you're building a residual income there. But this down here, team commission match, and it's all happening at the same time. This is like you're the broker. You're earning a broker bonus on top of your commission. You got it? You're earning a broker bonus on top of your commission, and you're doing it in a 7-level check match here. I've never had this. In the company we were in prior, if we had had this, oh my gosh, I would have been matching on like 35,000 more people. Do you know how much more money? That would have been an extra, I don't know, 300,000 a year. Hello?
Month.
Right? Oh, sorry, a month. Hello? Okay. Hello? Are you awake? Okay, so I love this because you're going to help people win anyways, right? Because that's what you do. The team standard is we get people set up for success and we work with them, help them share the 3 story, help them onboard people, get enrolled, and everyone gets paid. And we repeat that day in and day out. So I am going to share my screen. Oh, okay. Let me stop share here. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. And what you're going to see is, okay. George is getting me set up over here. He's my IT. Is that
What?
good?
No. Hold on a second.
Uh-oh. Okay. So when you become a 1-star, this starts at the 1-star position. How many of you guys are 1-star right now? Right? Or 2-star or 3-star. When you're a 1-star, you get 1 level of check match on everyone you personally bring on board. When you're a 2-star, you get 2 levels of check match on every single person you bring on board and who they bring on board. On 3-star, okay, on 3-star.
No, it's active. Sorry, I have to activate it.
Yeah. Okay. George. Okay. On 3-star, you get 3 levels of check match. You get 3 levels of check match all the way down 3 generations deep there. And on 4-star, you get 4, 5-star, you get 5, 6-star, you get 6, 7-star, you get 7. Makes sense, right? But the way that this looks, like when we talk about the team commissions, okay, the 5% unlimited, this goes down, right? And here you came on with, let's say 100 CV, we'll give you hair, okay? And you bring on 2 BAs that do the same, okay? We call this this is a brand ambassador. This is what activates the center. This is called QBA, qualified brand ambassador, right? We have to get this out of the way. So you have to do that. You cannot pass go without becoming a qualified brand ambassador. Well, what happens? As you become qualified, these people that you bring on board, right? What do? They repeat the process. And let's put an imaginary line here. Left team, right team, okay? And they bring on people, and they bring on people, and those people bring on people, right? And they bring on people, and this one brings 1, but this one brings 2, and it goes boop, boop, all the way down. And that's where I call this your left bank, left, bank, right. I know I'm kind of recapping a second here in writing, but that's where this bank comes in. And every time you have 300 over here, 600 over here for the total of 900, that is the equivalent of 1 cycle or $35 to $45. All right, well, that's fun, right? That's fun. And as we're advancing, okay, as people are coming on board, we're getting ranks. We're getting a 1-star rank, a 2-star rank, a 3-star rank. 3-star is 3,600 total PGV in your entire organization. Okay. So how important is it to get to, well, I would get to 3-star as fast as possible, wouldn't you? Because you're getting 3 levels of check on this. So let's talk about what that looks like. Okay, so we come here. We're going to talk about the team structure. Well, if we talk about, I know that in this example, we're going down, right? Down, we're driving lines deep. But in the check match, I want you to look at it like that goes wide, okay? So like here you are, okay? And you've got your left and your right, okay? And here's Bob, here's Sue, left, right, okay? Here's Rachel, here's Kimberly, here's John, here's Craig, here's why do I struggle with Inez? I don't know. Here's Elisa. Okay. All right. So you're enrolling people, right? Left, right. Okay. All right. So as you're enrolling people, these are all the people you personally brought on board. Your team didn't bring them on, you did. You called them, you recruited them, you enrolled them, you signed them up. So this whole front line right here, my friends, let me see if I can erase this real quick. This line right here. This is what we call your L1. L1 is your personally sponsored brand ambassadors, not your group volume. It's your pet, personally enrolled team. Okay, so this right here is your L1 because you personally brought them on. So they're all your front line, right? Left, right, doesn't matter, front line. Okay. Well, what happens is Bob enrolls 2 people, Rachel enrolls 2 people, da 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 da. They start enrolling. What's this? That is your L2. Well, they're going to enroll some people, right? They all start enrolling. Okay. Well, what's that? L3. And then who do they enroll? You see how big this gets, my friends? Can you imagine? Think big, think bigger. L4. Okay, I know this is redundant, but I really want this to sink in. Level 5. Who's next? Let's say this guy stops recruiting. Okay, this guy comes in. Da da da. L6. And then, right? Okay, L7. Do you see that? So combined, if you look at all this on your L1s, where's the most profit? The most profit in this commission cycle and this matching bonus is really coming from L1. Because if you have happy 10, you're going to earn 30%
No, you
of
go ahead.
of what's
Just
on
look at
L1. Okay, 30% of what's on L1. So it's 20 to 30% of L1, right?
Sorry, I was
Okay.
guessing.
So it's 20% to 30% of L1. 20% if you don't have a happy 10, 30% with a happy 10. Well, if one of these gals is, I don't know, Antoinette or Nicole Brown or something like that, okay, and they're a 3-star elite, 30% of that is looking pretty good. And this isn't coming out of their paycheck, friends. This is the company is paying you to help drive that leadership. The company is paying you to help drive that leadership, okay? Oh,
Just go back to the screen.
okay, thank you. Okay, so they're paying you to drive that leadership. Well, they're driving the leadership. Okay, Antoinette brings on, I don't know, Shannon. Shannon's L2. That's 15%, right? I'm earning 15%. Let me make this a little bit more clear, actually. Let me get in here and just write the levels out for you. You saw it, right? Okay. L1 is 20 to 30% commission. L2 is 15%. L3 is 10%. L4 to L7 is 5%. So to really understand this, you guys, you can see that, I mean, honestly, if we're earning 1.4 in the team commission structure, 1.4 million a year, and we have this, just one person. I know Christine Peterson, for example, she's going to max out the comp plan. Okay, she'll max it out at 27,000 per week. And so will her team. Several people on her team will, right? And if I'm happy 10, I'm earning 30% of that. You guys, that's 300,000 per year extra in a bonus for helping Christine win. Who can you help win in your team? Have you put enough time or energy into them? Have you put enough into them for them to see the value of sharing the 3-story every single day? Every single day they're in a system of, I'm going to talk to 2 to 3 people today. I'm going to present to 2 to 3 people today. I'm going to follow up with 2 to 3 people today. If you're on Antoinette's team, you're doing 10, 10, 10. You're reaching out to 10, you're presenting to 10, and you're following up with 10 because she knows the power of the numbers. She knows that if she has you in that type of activity, that you're going to make it. You're going to win. She's setting you up for success. How many times can you share the 3-story in a day and collect a decision, a yes, no, maybe so, and get them enrolled? That's how you drive big teams, my friend. That's how you do that. So yes, you're going to get your rank. You're going to get your certificates, your reward certificates. You're going to get your team commission, and you're going to get your matching bonus on that in 3. And we are just getting started. Hear me when I say this. We are just getting started. You are pioneering a billion-dollar company right now with extraordinary products that truly transform and deliver results. And you're helping people earn. They're learning and they're earning at the same time. So even if you don't fully understand everything I went through today on this part of the compensation plan, do you see the potential of it though? Do you know, can you imagine what it would feel like to earn $300,000 a year just off of one L1, one person you brought on board and their team? Can you imagine? Because that's just 30% of the initial. It's not including the 15, the 10, the 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. This is so big. When I first heard this, you guys, I couldn't sleep at night. I could not sleep at night. Did I stop sharing?
No.
Oh, I thought I did. How did I?
No, you're.
Okay, perfect. Okay. All right. So I couldn't sleep at night. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And I hope that you can't sleep either tonight. I hope you really dive into this and you're like, oh my gosh, what's my story? How am I going to share this with as many people as possible today? Who can I get on the next Zoom? Who do I need to follow up with? How do I paint the bigger picture of what we have here at 3? Because the only thing in your way, is what's going on between your left and your right ear. That's it. Maybe you don't feel like you know enough yet. Maybe you don't feel like you're good enough yet. Maybe you don't feel like you have a powerful enough story. That's ridiculous. It's bonkers. Stop that noise. Stop it. You have a powerful enough story. If you felt anything on the products, if you had any type of result, you just need to go out and share it more. All right. If you're worried about who to share it with, open your capacity for more. Learn how to reach out to people on social media. Learn how to go through your cell phone. Stop caring what people think about you. Stop caring if people think you're a part of one of those things. Okay? Just, you have an incredible opportunity. You can't worry about what people are, worried about. Are they paying your bills? Or are you? You just saw the potential to earn millions of dollars here at 3 International, and you're worried about what somebody thinks about you? No. No more. No more. Okay, you got to go out, you got to share the 3 story. This is not a pyramid scheme. We have a viable product, we have a viable company, we have science-backed evidence to it. We have an incredible new skincare line. We have a compensation plan that I challenge you to show me one that's more lucrative. You won't. You just need to go out and work it. You just need to go out and work it. Okay? So I'm going to open up for a little bit of Q&A because I know I flew through that pretty quickly. Does anyone have any questions specifically around the compensation plan? Nope. Okay. You guys are awesome. You're going to get the ranks you deserve. You're going to get the trips that you deserve. You truly do deserve them. I want you to put that on for size. I deserve to win in 3. My team deserves to win in 3. How am I going to go make that happen today? I'm going to call, maybe you call 2 people on your team and be like, you know what? I got it today. Something changed. I saw something, I heard something, and it made me feel differently about this. And I don't know if you've seen this, but let me send you a quick recording about it. Okay. Because I promise you guys, this is a numbers game. It is a game about continuing to share. It's a game about consistency. It's a game about perseverance. I did not make more than $100 in my first 18 months in this business. For 18 months, I had no clue what I was doing. I know what it feels like to think you're missing something. You're not. I had to increase my activity and I had to learn to become a better team player. I had to stop recruiting all the time and slow down to speed up and help my people win. When they didn't get it right away, I had to take the time to sit down and help them understand it. Sometimes we slow down to speed up because the people we brought on board didn't get it. They didn't get the. And if you keep trying, you keep inviting them in, you keep sharing, they will get it. So what we do, this is a business of learning and earning at the same time. We plug them in, we get them into the onboarding, and we go out and continue to recruit. 80% of the time you're recruiting, 20% of the time you're helping them win. Okay. 80% recruiting, 20% of the time you're plugging them into the system. Where's your people today? Where's the people on your team? Where are they? Are they here? Are they plugged in? Have they received a welcome letter? Right? Do they understand how amazing these products are? Have they received some product information? Do they know how to get their products paid for? With PIBs, at least? Start being a good tour guide. Start being a good trainer and teacher. Okay? Start duplicating forward the things that work. And if you have nobody in your team who you think understands it, go recruit 10 new people today. Go find 10 new people to come into your business so you can complete happy 10. You're going to have to call 100 people to do it. Okay. You just get it over with. I'm serious. I'm just being real with you because I care about you. And I want you guys all to win. I want you to not just look at the power of the compensation plan. I want it to be a real experience for you, for your bank account and for your life. I want it to be real for you. The same intensity I'm talking to you is the same intensity I talked to Nicole Barone when she was going for her 3-star elite run. People are like, how did she do that? I'm like, because we worked it. We worked it. She left no stone unturned. She went through her entire business. She pulled report after report after report. She reached out to every single person who'd ever ordered one product or 100 products. And she said, this is what I'm doing right now. I'm going for this run in my business. I'm helping people in my team win. Could you see yourself wanting to do the same? Do you understand the value of the products that you've purchased? Do you understand how they work in your life? Do you understand how to make money with them? Do you understand the power of a power-up pack? Do you understand what that means? And we went in and we educated a lot of people and got them excited. And we were relentless. We were in a loving, kind way. And I'll tell you, I've never been busier in my entire life because every single one of those people that I promised that I would show them how to work that and cycle off those power up points, I have been on Zoom after Zoom after Zoom for the last week. This whole last week. She hit that on Sunday. I haven't had less than 8 Zooms a day. What are you willing to do? Right? How many people are you going to go love on today with the power of 3? So I know you weren't expecting this. You were like, I'm just going to jump on and learn a little bit about the comp plan. It doesn't matter if you don't go do it. You got it? Some of you guys are sitting on a massive asset. Some of you guys have thousands of points down one leg. It's not going to matter unless you go talk to some people today. Go talk to some people. Go get them excited. Go drive your lines deep, right? All right. So no questions. I am here for questions. I know I'm getting you all fired up, but anyone have any questions?
I've got a question on what we're talking about as far as the pay plan, but I do have one about the beta.
Okay.
I was downloading some yesterday or trying to and put them all into one. But what I noticed with some of them, they had the time beside them where they're listed. And I loaded one and then sent it to myself, and it did not come up. It just stayed, it just came up as a black screen.
A video.
And I didn't know if George or yourself might have, run into
No,
that.
so Craig, you and I are on the same. I reached out to Barkle and I was like, how come on the page, the video from Dr. Dan is showing up black? It wasn't showing up. That's what you mean?
Yeah, that was the one talking about going over, I visited with a skincare professional yesterday, and I wanted to send her one about him talking about the massage collection.
Yeah. So they are updating all the videos as well as the website. So just maybe go back and check today, but I did send that over. I said, what's going on? What are you doing? That was the response that I got. But still what I would do is I would go to the 3 International YouTube channel. So if you go to 3 International, pull from there while they're fixing the videos on the site.
Yeah, add it to my website and then forward it from there.
Yeah, I would, just so you can get a trackable link. Because I always want to know, like that's my biggest pet peeve. If I go put up a Facebook story or something on the creme caviar, I go in and I've created a contact in my contact list. There's no phone number attached to it. It's just a name, right? But I created a contact in there that says Instagram stories or Facebook stories. And then I copy that contact to the trackable link. And then I know when people are clicking on it, on the story. So that's one thing too. I don't know why I just went into that. Maybe somebody needed to hear that today, but it was just on my mind. Anyways, my point was I couldn't do that either with that link yesterday. So I ended up just I did like a route around, for the hyperlink. But that's how I know when people are clicking on it, because I was just going in and picking a random contact and being like, if I see Rachel 5 times today, I know 5 people clicked on my story or something, but then I'll go back to my stories. Here's where the work comes in. I'll go back to my stories and see who viewed it. And then I'll start creating conversations with them. Hey, thanks so much for liking my story. Or, hey, how are you? How's everything going? Or, hey, da, 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 And then that way I'm just, you guys, I will generate a conversation no matter where I'm at. I am the same online as I am in person. If I was sitting in a coffee shop, I'd be meeting with the people in the coffee shop. If I'm sitting online for an hour, I'm going to be messaging people who've seen my stuff. because now I know they're interested or they're at least watching me, right? We're all silent voyeurists online. So you can find somebody who's watching you to be like, hey, what's up, Dix? How's everything going? How's life? What's new? Right? I mean, so I'll just reach out and I'll start reaching out to people and I'll follow the scripts for life, because a lot of times we get on, we're chatting, we're like, oh, this isn't working for me. The scripts for life that are in all the scripts we have on the website, they're questions specific to getting to an endpoint of getting them to take a look at something. So when you're sending links and things like that, I'm also using those as questions like, do you see yourself getting started with 3? Do you feel like you have enough information today to place an order? Like a lot of times we're not asking those questions. Okay, anybody else? That's great, Craig. I know. I'm glad that we're on the same page tonight. What's going on? Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I checked before I sent it to them too, because I was fixing to overload her with it and everything. I mean, because I went in there with the caviar, and they're like, "Ooh, we like this," and there was like 8 or 9 of them in there, and I about used up a whole jar in there, but it'll all be worth it,
It will be. You can also take the product education link and embed that to your app too. And then it has all the links and videos on there by Dr. Dan. It just doesn't have the new creme caviar yet, but it has everything else. All right, sorry, the new Visage. I need to update that. Oh my gosh, I have so much to do. Anyone want to be my assistant? Just kidding. I need some help today. I have so much to update. Updates from the site. Okay, let's see. Updates, one page. And then we have, and then the Visage under product education. Okay. Oh, and the new presentation. Okay. Anything else, my friends? We have 6 more minutes. If you want it. If not, I'm happy to go start fixing links for you on the site. Up to you.
Thank you, Adrienne.
You're welcome, Kyle. You are so welcome. All right. Okay. Go out, make it happen. I know I get intense. It's because I love you. I care about you. I know you've invested in 3, 10 times over. You've invested in 3. I want this to be profitable for you. I need you to go out and talk to people. You got to bring people to the table. Okay. And don't be afraid. Just do not. You got to have faith. There's no fear in faith. Okay, you just move forward when you go out and you start calling and you start tackling your list today, the right people are going to pick up. The right people are going to answer the phone. You're going to play the perfect game. Anybody who says yes to taking a look is perfect for your business until they tell you otherwise. Okay. And do big numbers. If you were in real estate, my gosh, do you know how much time you'd be on the phone beating people down right now to try to get a house to sell? This is not that hard. I promise you. This is not that hard, okay? This is going out and telling people we've got great products and, what do they need? See a need, feel a need. Tell me how you're feeling. How long have you not been able to sleep very good? How long have you been struggling with energy? How long has this been going on? I might have something for you. I'm so glad I called you. I don't believe in any accidents. I think I've got something for you. And to boot, I heard you just say that you got laid off from your job or you've got 6 months or whatever's going on. I'm here to help. Let me get you on the phone with my friend, my business mentor, right? Don't do it alone. I know a lot of times we're in this business, we're feeling alone, and you're not alone. You're not alone. You just got to plug in. Okay. Stay close to the fire. This is you staying close to the fire today, by the way. I just need your team here too. We need all your people here too. Anybody they need to plug in. And I know everybody can't hit everything, and this is that type of business, right? It's not like we make these mandatory. But you could be like, hey, you're brand new. I need you to watch at least one of these. All right. Okay. All right, my friends, you have a fabulous, beautiful Saturday, and we will see you bright and early Monday morning. Okay. Have a